Tellarknight action for you. We've also got Eldlich, and of course it looks like some cold ice princesses. Make sure you guys smash the like and grab that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. Now, this is actually freaking awesome, man. I love when we get the chance to see Tellarknights actually kind of creeping around out here in the meta, because it's a good sign that cool things are happening out here. You know, people are stepping up and they're challenging the meta with some very, very cool things. And, you know, this is one of those opportunities just to kind of see that, you know, Constellars and the old package stuff can still do things. Now, I also do see here that, oh boy, we are packing on in some engraver action in here in Lacrima, so we can actually get to, you guessed it, some levels, or rank 6 plays, actually. This is almost a little bit different than what we're used to seeing out here in the standard build, because, you know, Lacrima usually turns into like a Rex Tremende or something, and you're just kind of dealing with like some crazier boss monsters, but no. That's not what this build is doing. We're actually kind of doing a nice little slower approach to the meta out here, and we're actually using the Fiendsmith stuff to actually synergize the deck. It's actually really awesome. Next up here is Eldlich, the Golden Lord. Shimber me timbers, everybody. This build's really, really freaking going out here. We are actually playing the Angel of Blue Tears in here, and I know how exciting the Angel of Blue Tears can get out here, because, you know, being able to search for a trap card is going to be one of the clutchest things that you're going to be able to do in this, which, I mean, once again, hey, Fiendsmith package, how are you? You know, going with the Fiendsmith in Paradise, and actually the Kyrie, and we got the whole squadron in here of extra deck options. I mean, you're just packing in as much as you can. You're also going to notice a lot of reasoning action in this, which is really cool, because reasoning solidly gives you some very strong backing to be able just to kind of turbo mill up and go. You also got the one of transaction rollback in here, feeling a little bit spicy and close to my heart, which actually is really freaking awesome. And of course, yes, we're also seeing the Dragon's Mind down there. Card is nuts. Next up here, we have what is referred to as the Cold, actually playing the Ice Doll. Here, remember, you can discard one other water monster special summon this card from your hand. If this is normal or special, you can add a water spellcaster or deck to your hand. So, you know, water spellcaster, you know, we get an Ice Master, some of the other cool little options that this deck kind of has. And then you can add an Ice Doll mirror from your deck to your hand. So you are playing the Ice Doll Mirror, which lets you send a water monster from hand or face up field graveyard. So summon a monster from the hand or deck with the same name as one other water monster that you control, and you get locked out of the extra deck for the rest of the turn. So it actually just allows you to kind of get the whole Ice Snowman deck going out here. I guarantee you that this deck is not going to be super good. All right, but for the just this tournaments that are ran out, these are typically something a little bit fun and actually give the meta a nice little chance to kind of have a little bit of fun. All right, and once again, I mean, hey, if you're sitting down wanting to have some tabletop experiences, this might be for you. Next up here, we have Silent Magi. Okay, so first of all, I see the Silent Swordsman with the actual Silent Sword slash in here, which is all very basic and fun stuff for sure. But, you know, I kind of question, you know, we got a mini hero package in here. Like, why do we need this mini hero package? Like, what is going on in the setting here for this? And then, of course, you know, you got the whole empowerment option in here just to kind of turbo into some rank 4s. And gosh darn it, man, we're really doing Crooked Cook. We're really going to be that mean in here, which is really, really freaking funny to see. So I don't know. I love when you can actually get the chance to see things like this kind of step into the arena. It's one of those really cool decks. You're just like, huh, you know, if I wanted to play a Silent Swordsman theme, you know, how would I go about doing that? Well, evidently, this is how you would choose to do it for the Just This tournament. All right, next up here. Oh, man, we got Drytron. And we're actually playing a little mini package in here with Low. No Skull Guardian in here, though. That's kind of interesting. So I guess we just wanted to be able to, you know, just get the light ritual protection up and running here, which actually that might be a little bit relevant to kind of think about out here. You never really think about, you know, the synergy that these two, or, you know, this engine kind of has out here with this. Also, Yeah, we are the herald of perfection. Yeah. Also, the magician of bonds and unity. You know what? I got to give it to him, man. This is actually really freaking cool to actually see. So, hey, you know, I got to give it to the current build out here. This is, I think, very, very cool to see. I didn't expect anything like this with Drytron with that, but okay. Next up here, we have some White Forest with regenesis cards. I knew that the regenesis cards were really good, but, you know, the main thing here is you got to be looking at these two cards right here. These cards actually kind of have like an extra little level of synergy kind of built into the deck, also being, you know, 2,500 attack points out here. I mean, this is always a Sinful Spoils. This is always going to be a White Forest card. So you've kind of got all the little bits and pieces set up for you to be able to kind of do your thing. In terms of the rest of this deck, though, the regenesis, I mean, what is this? The water and earth, so you're not going to get punish locked by any of the little madness, but this also just gives you extra bodies to be able to jump off of. I mean, 8, 7. So makes getting into the Crimson Dragon a little bit easier. We definitely should not be underestimating the value that you actually do get from having the Crimson Dragon in these bigger bodies to be able to bounce off of. Huh, that's really cool. Next up here. Oh my, hello Ryu-ge. All right, so we have a couple of Ryu-ge variants for you. And these really caught my attention because, like, not only, like, are you doing Inspector Border shenanigans, you know, we can call this all the unfun that we want in the world. We know that, you know, this card being the stupid floodgate that it is a little bit absurd. But you also do see that we have some new board clearing options in here. Actually packing in the Gordian Schneider. Now remember, I mean, this thing can't be negated. Like, literally, this card's purpose is to slash off problem cards and allow you access to actually play the game. Now, I do see that we're only playing one pot of extravagance in here. I question that a little bit, to be honest, but, you know, it's not really that much of an inconvenience when you're looking at, you know, this deck. Maybe you didn't want to burn some of those other resources because, you know, for Disgust off max, you know, these power cards actually kind of help you out a lot. Next up here, we have, we got some 60-card Dragon Ruler. Yeah, with Dragon Maids, actually. So this is what we're just going to kind of assume is the best Dragon Maid pile in the whole wide world out here. You know, also your Dragon Rulers, you're not maximizing on these numbers, which is actually kind of a little bit refreshing to actually see. But I think, you know, with the numbers you've got going on, obviously, you know, if you see Double Spectre, you're probably just going to win the game because this combo is just nuts. But also, I see we have the Tenpai line built into this as well. I mean, what, you're dedicating 3 cards into your extra deck on an off chance that we might be able to pressure an OTK. Also, I see that we are playing the Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment in here. You don't really see this come up all that much, but this is kind of an interesting little tech choice in here to be making, considering the fact that we are playing Dragon Rulers. I don't know. Maybe we do need to be looking at this card out here. Next up here, we have Orcust with some Ryu-ge, or excuse me, Orcust with Gem Knight cards. Oh, see, we're playing Nephirim in here. This is just so we can do the few. Huh. This is a new one. I see, just because we want to put some Gem Knight cards in our deck, you know. What is this? We get to add a Gem Knight monster from your deck or banishment to your hand. And then on normal special, we can add one. And then, what is this? During your main phase, your immediate effect resolves normal summon a gem monster. So I guess it's just put the extra body on the field, just as like a little extension capability, which is actually not a bad thing. Not something I would have thought about doing with this stuff, but, you know, considering Orcust basically wants to get to as many monsters as possible, especially, you know, getting access to Lib to kind of get this deck going is going to feel pretty freaking stupid, man. It's just kind of one of those situations also. Hey, it's sales ban. Huh. Maybe there is a little bit more to this. Next up here, we do have, just a little bit more Ryu-ge action for you. Now, this build's a little bit different than what we saw, you know, previous ones using the Gordian Schneiders and, you know, the power to kind of slash through things, you know, the borders to control your opponent. This one, you do see the Ecclesias and all that little extra good stuff that you would normally, you know, want to be seeing just to kind of control your opponent. Also, the Nadir Servant package is going to be a good supplement here instead of like the, you know, other engines, but also this melody is going to hurt if it actually does resolve. Oh man, it's actually going to feel really bad, but you know, it's kind of cool. We got a lot of cool, interesting ideas this week, and I actually like that. So what do you guys think? Please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.